Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Knicks MyNBA franchise here in NBA 2K23. We are around halfway through season number 1, and so far the team's doing fine. We're 17-20. In the last episode, we had a huge Christmas Day win over the 76ers, and the team isn't in that bad of a spot right now. We're currently the 12th seed in the Eastern Conference, but the 8th through the 13th seed are all within 2 games of each other. We had the 20th best record overall, so we're pretty much around where we expected, right on the fringe of being a play-in team, but not bad enough to necessarily full-on tank. So in the last episode, we did our first prospect profiles of the season. We took a look at some of the top prospects in next year's draft. We're going to have more prospect profiles throughout the season as we look deeper into this year's draft class and continue to get ourselves familiarized with all of the young, talented rookies who will be entering our league. Today, we're going to be making our very first trade of the series, and I had hinted on trading Derrick Rose for a little while, and I think it's time. I think trading him now will mutually benefit both parties. We'll continue to get younger and get some of our younger guards more playing time, and Derrick Rose can compete for an NBA championship because he's not doing that here this season. So as I put into the trade finder, there were some pretty intriguing offers. A player I had talked about a few episodes ago who I would like for this team is Bamba. The thing with him is he's on the final year of his contract, and even if his team option is accepted, there are going to be other players with his skill set available for us to sign in free agency. So I don't think making that deal makes sense. Isaiah Jackson from the Pacers is a really talented young player. He's having a great season, but I want to keep it realistic. I don't think Indiana's making that deal. Devonta Graham and a future first-round pick from the Pelicans doesn't look too bad either, but I ultimately decided to say no. I wanted to look for contending teams who really could use a backup point guard. The Toronto Raptors are definitely one. The problem is they don't have a lot of young players I'd be super interested in. I'd really like a guy like Gary Trent, but Toronto wouldn't do that. They're too smart. The 76ers could be really desperate because James Harden just suffered a season-ending injury, but again, I don't find myself all that interested in like Jaden Springer, Charles Bassey, and Paul Reed. So then we get to the Minnesota Timberwolves. This team makes a lot of sense. They only have 3 decent enough guards, so Rose would have a big role on this team. They're the 3 seed in the West. They're really, really good. They're contending for a title this year. Derrick Rose has played in Minnesota before. He's had success there. He revitalized his career there. And they do have a young player I find myself very interested in Wendell Moore Jr., who was their first-round pick this year out of Duke. Moore is the perfect role player wing. He can score from all 3 levels, decent enough playmaker, versatile defender who can switch onto the perimeter and down low. He doesn't have many real weaknesses to his game. He's on a cheap rookie contract for the next 4 years, and he's the perfect glue guy for winning. But apparently Minnesota doesn't see what I see in him, considering he's played 1 minute of NBA basketball this season. I don't think trading Rose straight up for Wendell Moore is great value for us. I think we can get a little bit more. So I wanted to start off big. Derrick Rose and Keelan Martin to the Timberwolves for Wendell Moore, a future first-round pick, and Josh Minot. I knew they wouldn't accept this, but I wanted to try it because when you're negotiating a trade, you got to start off big, see where their head's at, and they accepted the trade. Well, that was easy. Yeah, we just traded Derrick Rose. So I feel like we kind of fleeced them. And just so you guys can see, the trade negotiation difficulty is on 50. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. We got 3 pretty good assets for Derrick Rose, who was probably going to walk in the offseason if we didn't trade him. I understand the rationale here for Minnesota. They traded 3 assets who are not going to have any role for the team this year for a guy who can help them win a championship. So, I get it, but I think we came out here with a fleece. So, obviously, Wendell Moore is the piece that I'm most excited about. He's going to be a guy who gets big minutes in the rotation right away. But I'm also really intrigued by Josh Minot, who is a second-round pick this year out of Memphis. He's very raw, but there's a lot of upside with him. He is a freakish athlete. He only has a B- athleticism grade. That's not true. This kid's a freak. We're going to put him in the G League, get him some minutes there. And we also got a future first-round pick, a lottery-protected first-rounder in 2024. They're probably not going to be a lottery team, but if they are, that pick will convey into 2 future second-round picks. They don't have a lot of their first-round picks from the Rudy Gobert trade, so it's not like that pick would eventually be a 2025 first. Rather, it would just turn into seconds if it's a lottery pick. But again, I don't think it will. The Timberwolves are going to be too good next year. Wendell Moore will essentially be taking Derrick Rose's minutes. Although we are losing some experience and talent with Rose, we're going to be adding youth, size and length to the lineup with Wendell Moore, and I think that trade is really going to be a good one in the long term. We're going to play this first game here against the Phoenix Suns, led by, of course, the backcourt of Chris Paul and Devin Booker. This is a great team. They just had the best record in the NBA last season. The year before, they nearly won the NBA Finals, so it should be a tough test for us here at the Garden. Technically, Wendell Moore's NBA debut, it is his Knicks debut, but it's also kind of his NBA debut because he's only played in 1 minute prior, and he's actually going to, play today. So here we go. Mitchell Robinson and DeAndre Ayton here for the tip-off. It goes to Ayton and the Suns. And we are underway. The Knicks' first game in the new calendar year of 2023. No score here. Chris Paul drives to the basket, makes the layup, puts Phoenix on the board early as it's 2-0. The Knicks looking for their first points. Here's Barrett off the screen. No good. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson, however, who gets the putback over DeAndre Ayton. Now a 4-2 ball game in favor of the Suns. Brunson is intercepted by Mikal Bridges, one of the best role players in the NBA, gets it over to Booker, who gets the and one. Devin Booker, the NBA 2K23 cover athlete, makes the play. Good start early on for the Suns, and New York is looking to respond as Jalen Brunson gets the and one inside. Fouled on the play by Chris Paul. Good move by Brunson. It's now 9-5. Bridges looks to go inside, and he is denied by Robinson. Ayton gets it back, blocked again by Robinson. Here comes the Knicks on the fast break. Brunson with it, takes advantage of the mismatch, drives inside and makes the layup. He had way quicker foot speed on that play than Chris Paul, and it ultimately gives the Knicks 2 points. 9-7, deep three at the top of the key is good for Jay Crowder. Pretty low-scoring game so far. The Knicks' offense has been pretty bad with only 3 field goals here in the first 4.5 minutes of the first quarter. Suns looking to extend the lead. Paul gets it over to Devin Booker, who drives inside, makes the layup. The Suns have gotten their points exclusively down low for the most part. The Knicks' interior defense has been pretty bad as they call a timeout, looking to talk things over. Some of the stubs starting to enter the game as R.J. Barrett hits the 3 in the corner. Good catch-and-shoot shot for Barrett, and that'll make it a 6-point game. Wendell Moore not in the game. Some of the other backups are, including Fournier and Toppin, as Jay Crowder gets a slam. 20-12 now, 3:20 left to go in the quarter. Nobody down low to stop Jalen Brunson, who puts his head down and drives to the lane like a freight train. 20-14 now. Here is Cam Payne inside. Gets a reverse layup to fall. The Suns lead by 8. New York's offense is continuing to struggle. They've got to play a little bit better here. Barrett off the screen, wide open, 3 at the top of the key is good. R.J. Barrett with a couple first-half threes, as it's now 24-17. Saric inside for Crowder. Crowder fools Fournier on the pump fake, makes the layup. Phoenix leads by 9 as the Knicks call a timeout. Some more subs in the game, including, towards the right side of your screen, Wendell Moore Jr., the rookie out of Duke. Nice move inside by Landry Shamet to put Phoenix ahead by 9. Under 45 seconds to go. Here's Wendell Moore's first NBA shot. 3-ball rolls out, but it's rebounded by Isaiah Hartenstein, who is there for mop-up duty to get the putback. Following possession, Wendell Moore again with the ball. Gets the screen from Hartenstein. Moore with room, lets it fire again, and this time it's good. Wendell Moore Jr. with his first NBA points, a corner 3. The Knicks offense looked a lot better when the second unit was in the game. 30-24. Suns passing it around. It's Torrey Craig at the buzzer, no good. Wendell Moore was there with the shot contest. 30-24 through 1. The Suns look good early as we advance into the second quarter. Here's Paul with a great pass to the corner for Mikal Bridges. Bridges is known more for his defense, but he's got a decent enough outside shot as he hits the 3. 33-24. Paul inside for a wide-open DeAndre Ayton, who makes the layup. The Knicks' interior defense continues to struggle as the Suns lead by 11. Here's Moore off the screen, looks to drive inside, lobs it up. Showtime! Obi Toppin throws it down on the slam. 35-26. Ayton is blocked by Robinson. Here comes the Knicks on the fast break on the other end. Toppin drives inside and throws it down for an and one. Slam! Bridges called for the foul. The Knicks offense is continuing to look a lot better. Shot no good from Quickly. Randall with the rebound. Gets it over to Mitchell Robinson, who has the size advantage here on Jay Crowder. Takes advantage, goes for the spin move, and floats in the layup. Nice play. 37-30. Chris Paul Gets the screen from Booker. Paul goes inside, double teamed, doesn't matter. He gets the pull-up shot to go, and the Suns lead by 9. I will say the Knicks have looked a lot better since the opening few minutes of the game, but defensively, it has still been a struggle. The Suns have been living in the paint offensively. Devin Booker off the dunk, gets the steal. Booker on the other end, drives inside to the paint again, step back. Nifty move by Book, who is off to a great start here in the first half. Phoenix now leads by 15. Booker inside again. It's an and one. Quentin Grimes called for the foul, and now the Suns are on a nice little run. They lead by 20. 50-30. Knicks got to answer. Here's Quickly in the corner. Gets the screen from Randall. Deep three is good. The Knicks got to go on a little run here. They are really struggling right now, down by 15 points. Randall guarded by Cam Johnson. Inside, nice play by Randall, and the Knicks are getting back in the game as they're now only down by 13 points. Here's Payne, gets it over to Devin Booker. Booker blows by Fournier and dunks it home. Devin Booker is not known for his ability to drive to the basket, but he has done it effortlessly today. The Knicks' interior defense in this one has been a train wreck. 54-41, Saric with the layup. Solid defense by Wendell Moore, but he still makes the play. 56-41, here's Moore with the ball. Line 2 is good. Moore is not an elite scorer, but he can put the ball in the bucket from anywhere on the floor. Following possession, the Knicks go back to Moore. He drives inside and puts in the floater. Wendell Moore looks really comfortable offensively right now. I've been impressed as the Knicks get the block. Here they come on the other end. Not a lot of time left in the first half. Moore again with the slam. Wendell Moore is heating up late in the first half. He has 9 points, and the Knicks bring it to an 11-point game. Campaign heaves it up from full court, doesn't go. So, all things considered, the fact that the Knicks are only down by 11 isn't too bad, considering they were just down by 20. Wendell Moore is looking really good here in his NBA debut. Again, technically not his NBA debut, but it's his first actual game. He's played 1 minute. This is his debut. Into the second half, Knicks open up with the ball. Here's Barrett. He shot the ball well from beyond the arc, and he hits another. New York is continuing to play well as they're only down by 8. Booker inside, heaves up a prayer, and it's good, and he draws the foul. It's an and one, flexing on him. Now's R.J. Barrett called for the foul, and Phoenix is back up by double digits. They lead by 12. Here comes Paul off the screen from 3. It's good, and right when the Knicks really start to get some things going, the Suns are on another nice little run. They're now up by 15. Here's Randall, hoping somebody gets open. Here's Reddish in the corner. Back to Randall. Lets it fly from 3. It's good. Nice shot for Julius Randle, who's been pretty quiet tonight. Only 5 points. Reddish also quiet. He has not scored yet. Ayton, no good. Grabs his own rebound. Over to Crowder for 3. No good. Rebounded by Ayton again. And third time's the charm. DeAndre Ayton has been dominant inside. Mitchell Robinson has played horribly today. Not just on Ayton. I mean, the interior defense as a whole has been bad. And Mitchell Robinson's widely responsible. This is one of his worst games of the year. Booker heaves up a prayer, and it's good. I mean, everything right now is going Phoenix's way as they're back up by 15. Ayton no good. Grabs another offensive rebound. Gets the putback and draws the foul. DeAndre Ayton looks like a man amongst boys down low. And the Suns lead by 18. The next looking to answer is Evan Fournier. Throws down the dunk. 81-63. 3.5 to go here in the third. Quickly inside and 1. The Knicks' second unit, although I've been critical about them at times this year, they look good tonight. Oddly enough, without formerly their best player, Derrick Rose. Nice pass by Grimes inside for Fournier. He gets the layup. Wendell Moore back in the game, coming off his strong performance late in the first half as he airballs the long 2. Luckily, Obi Toppin is there for the rebound and the putback. Although I guess you could technically call that an assist by Moore. Maybe he was just trying to pass it. Shamet for 3. He's good. The Suns are continuing to fire on all cylinders as they lead by 14 points. Moore off the screen, drives inside, takes it himself. Nice drive by Wendell Moore, who's had a few nice shots down low, and he's shooting the ball pretty well from the other areas of the floor. Grimes with a nice move, makes the layup, but he is hurt. Quentin Grimes appears to be in some pain. It looks like his right ankle is causing him some fits. So he's going to be subbed out of the game with some help from Wendell Moore and Evan Fournier. Hopefully he'll be okay. We'll get more updates on the injury after the game. 86-74, final seconds here in the quarter. Brunson at the buzzer. No good. Not a terrible third quarter, I guess, but the Knicks didn't really make up any ground. They're still down by 12 and need a big comeback here in the fourth. Chris Paul inside finds a wide open Jamison Crowder for three. Great ball movement on that possession by Phoenix. They were just playing games with the Knicks defense, and Phoenix now leads by 15. Ayton again. Is it going to roll in? It does for an and one. DeAndre Ayton continues to dominate his individual matchup with Mitchell Robinson. 92-76. Brunson gets it over to Randall, who makes a nice move inside for the layup. And the Knicks bring the lead down to 14 points. 94-78. Randall looking to get involved here early in the quarter as he gets it over for RJ Barrett, who hits another three. Barrett has shot the ball well from beyond the arc, but hasn't done a good job inside the arc, oddly enough. 96-83. 6:15 to go in the game. Booker blocked by Robinson. Crowder gets it back over to Chris Paul. Fools the defender of a pump fake. Over to Ayton. Again, great ball movement on this possession right here by Phoenix as Ayton has the double team over to Chris Paul. No good. Ayton grabs the rebound. I mean, the Knicks defense has just not been good today, and that possession is fervor proof. 98-83. Here's Reddish, tightly guarded by Bridges. Bridges has played a great game defensively per usual as Reddish gets it over to Mitchell Robinson for the slam. 98-85. Robinson has the obvious size mismatch with Chris Paul on him. Wonder who's going to win that battle. Knicks bring you within 11, and with 5 minutes to go, this game isn't over. But the Knicks have to show a sense of urgency. They've got to go on a nice little run, make it a 5-6 point game before I really believe that they're back in it, and not letting DeAndre Ayton get wide open looks inside. 15-point game, under 4 minutes to go. Here's Crowder with it for three. Bang! That feels like the dagger. After that, the Knicks never really stood a chance as Phoenix takes it home 118-102. Not a great performance here by the New York Knicks. The offense was okay. The defense was bad. The starting lineup as a whole was bad. Outside of Jalen Brunson, the other four starters really did not pull their weight today, but the second unit was really good. Emmanuel quickly, 20 points on 9 shots. Wendell Moore was pretty good, 14 and 3 on decent enough shooting. But the starters, not good. Mitchell Robinson's stat line looks good. 8 and 8 on 4 of 5 shooting. But in reality, I thought Mitchell Robinson had one of his worst games of the year. I mean, the interior defense was bad. DeAndre Ayton was a mammoth inside. Cam Reddish was also pretty bad, 0 for 7 from the field. And then on the other side, Book with 32, Ayton with 26 and 22, Paul with 19 and 13. He put on a passing clinic. Phoenix's offense, particularly in the paint, was just really, really good. So Quentin Grimes ended up suffering a severe left ankle sprain. He'll be out 2 to 4 weeks. So some of the guys on the bench, including Wendell Moore Jr., will be able to see an increase in minutes. We're going to simulate up to this Raptors game about 3 weeks away. We've got 9 games we're going to simulate. Pretty tough opponents there who we have next up. Got some trade offers here. The Grizzlies want Julius Randle. Hell no. Quentin Grimes is back after only 1 week. But Cam Reddish and RJ Barrett would both get injured within the span of about 3 days. So for now, we're going to have Quickly and Moore slide into the starting lineup. Again, even though Wendell Moore's a 72 overall, I think his skill set is really good for the starting lineup. And even with Cam Reddish back healthy, I'm going to keep Reddish on the bench. I really want to see what Wendell Moore can do with the starters because, again, I think he's a good fit there. The Mavs want Jalen Brunson back. That's cute. No. And in the 9 games we simulated, we did all right. We went 5 and 4. Not too bad. So we're going to hop into this game here on the 22nd against the Toronto Raptors, who are pretty good in the Eastern Conference. They've got their nice little core. They'll be without Scotty Barnes, however, as he recently suffered a season-ending dislocated left patella. Very unfortunate there for Toronto. As for Wendell Moore, he started off kind of slow, but he's been really good since he entered the starting lineup. He even had a 25-point game in the win over Washington, and his numbers look pretty solid. 9.5 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, pretty good shooting splits, and around 20 minutes per game. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with what he's done so far. So that'll bring us to this matchup here in Toronto against the Toronto Raptors. The Knicks looking to add another W to the win column today. It is also Chinese New Year as well. And New York City does have a very large Chinese population for what it's worth. Wendell Moore and Emmanuel Quickly both in the starting lineup today for New York, along with the usual suspects of Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle. No RJ Barrett as he still recovers from his injury, which he'll probably be back pretty soon. Doesn't seem to be too serious of an injury. Mitchell Robinson down low with Pascal Siakam for the tip that goes to Robinson. And we are underway. Knicks and Raptors at the Scotiabank Arena. couple of division rivals, even though this isn't like a big rivalry. Knicks looking to get going early off the screen. It's Emmanuel Quickly who hits the three, gets the Knicks on the board in their opening possession. Now 3-2. Here's Thaddeus Young. Hands it over for Gary Trent Jr., one of the more underrated players in the NBA. Drives inside for the slam as it's now 6-5. Fred VanVleet, the first-time All-Star a year ago, gets it over to Josh Jackson, who throws it down with the slam. 5-8, good ball movement. Randall misses the three, but Robinson's there for the putback. Hopefully he can do better today than he did against Phoenix. He probably should because the Raptors are a pretty small team. They have Pascal Siakam at center, so yeah, that's all you need to know. Fred VanVleet with a nice move inside. The former Wichita State Shocker is looking pretty good early. Wendell Moore looks to drive inside through the left. Gets it over to Julius Randle at the top of the key, who lets it fly from beyond the arc. Randle missed his first couple of shots, but gets that one to fall. Hopefully he can get some more going in. Jalen Brunson with it now over to Robinson. Hands it off for Randle to Quickly in the corner. The Raptors are without two of their best perimeter defenders with Barnes and no OG Anunoby. And the Knicks are taking advantage, shooting the three ball well. There's Pascal Siakam with the and one. Good putback after getting blocked on the previous shot by Robinson to tie the game at 13. Jalen Brunson with a deep three. It's good. He was left wide open, so he figured, why not let it fly? 16-17, Raptors up by one. Brunson over to Obi Toppin, who's again wide open. Toronto's a defensive team, but with them being without their two best defenders, they do not look like a defensive team. The Knicks are shooting the ball very well from beyond the arc. Nice dunk by Pascal Siakam, Spicy P, to tie it up at 19. Now tied at 21. Pretty close start here in this first quarter. VanVleet with a nice crossover inside. Short shot is good, and the Raptors take a lead here late in the first quarter. 23-25. Birch's shot is no good. Rebounded by Precious Achiuwa, who's blocked at the end of the first quarter. 23-25. Toronto holds a slight lead over the Knicks as we go into the second quarter. Gary Trent has it tipped away by Randall. Gets it back for the layup and the and one. Evan Fournier is called for the foul. Good play by Trent, former Duke Blue Devil. The Knicks have a number of former Duke players on this team, including Wendell Moore, who sends it inside for Julius Randle, who throws it down. The Knicks getting the pick and roll game working there, and it pays off. VanVleet with a nice step back on Robinson, no good. But Thaddeus Young is there for the putback, the longtime veteran in the, 15th, 16th year of his career. He's been in the league a while. There's Wendell Moore in the corner for three. Nice shot by Moore. He's got 5, continuing to play pretty well since being added to the starting lineup. Robinson backing down on the defender. Shot no good. Grabs his own rebound. Hits the circus layup. And the Knicks cut the lead in half to 2. 30-32. Here's Boucher. Hands it off for Gary Trent. Inside with a nice nifty layup despite really good defense by Evan Fournier. As it's now 32-36. Knicks fall asleep on defense. Good ball movement. Good finish by Pascal Siakam, who throws it down. 32-38 now. Randall has it on the wing. Blows by Siakam inside as he gets the and one, making it a one-score game. Now it's back to a 4-point lead here for Toronto. Precious Achiuwa inside for Siakam, who is the mismatch with Jalen Brunson on him. Brunson gave it all he got on that possession, but there's only so much he can do as Siakam wins the battle. 35-41 now. Brunson looks to go inside. Nice move. Makes the layup despite pretty solid defense by Precious Achiuwa and friends. 37-41. Quickly as it's stripped away. Who's going to end up with it? It's Quickly, who gets it to Grimes in the corner for Obi Toppin. Nothing but net. Knicks bringing within one as they continue to shoot the three ball well. The Raptors, on the other hand, have not made a single three here in this game. Miscommunication here on defense as Khem Birch throws it down. Birch was wide open, then he was triple teamed, and then all 3 players left. So, got to communicate a little bit better on defense. 41-43. Trent inside, another and one. I'm pretty sure that's his 3rd here in the first half alone. He's done a great job in contact of getting buckets. 41-46. There's Cam Reddish for 3. He brings it to a 2-point game. Now the game is tied. Knicks looking for the lead. It's Reddish again inside with the layup. He now is at 9. Good to see Reddish playing a lot better than he did in the Phoenix game. 48-46. VanVleet makes the layup for the tie. He's been the best player on the floor here in the first half. And now the Knicks are looking to get the lead quickly on the screen inside for Hartenstein. Isaiah Hartenstein puts the Knicks ahead with just 0.4 of a second to go. The Raptors led for pretty much the entire first half, so to take the lead going into halftime is a really big deal. Great way to end the second quarter by the Knicks. The second unit, again, has been really, really good today, I've got to say. And it's been a team effort. There hasn't been one individual guy who's been really good, but everybody's playing a pretty solid, well-rounded game. Into the second half, here's Van Vliet over to Siakam, top of the key three. The Raptors regained their lead within the span of about 12 seconds. Wendell Moore is snuffed at the rim by Pascal Siakam. Here comes the Raptors on the other end. Siakam again for three. After not hitting a single three in the first half, the Raptors have two within 30 seconds. Randall at the rim, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell Robinson. Robinson's numbers don't pop off the page, but I do think he's been better than he was in the Phoenix game. 52-54, wide open for three is Josh Jackson, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Jackson's been pretty solid here so far in this game. The Raptors now 3 for 3 from beyond the arc here in the opening minute of the quarter. Julius Randle answers right back with a three of his own, cutting the lead down to 2. 55-57, here's Jackson with it. With room, lets it fly. The Raptors cannot miss. They are 4 for 4 from three in the opening 2 minutes. Again, after not making a single three in the first half. Here's another one. This time it's Van Vliet. The Raptors look like Steph Curry, all 5 of them. The Knicks were just winning at halftime, and that was 3 minutes ago. Now they're down by 9, make it 7 off the lefty layup by Jalen Brunson. Raptors looking for another three. It's Otto Porter. Connects. Toronto is 5 for 5 from beyond. What is happening? They have 24 points in the first half of the third quarter. They'd barely gotten 24 points per quarter in the first 2 quarters, and they're not done. Jackson makes the layup. They're up by 16. Here's quickly inside over to Randall, who gets the layup. Julius Randle's definitely been better today than in the Phoenix game. But still, Toronto's offense is a perfectly working machine right now. Van Vliet with the spin move inside for the layup. Toronto leads back by 16 points. The Knicks were doing a really good job from the outside in the first half. They're looking to get back to that here. It's Cam Reddish for 3, bringing the lead down to 13. The Knicks aren't out of it. We'll see if they can get a little rally together and try to make this a ball game. That's not going to happen when nobody covers the paint, and Josh Jackson is there for an easy dunk. 65-80. Here's quickly inside over to Obi Toppin. He connects on the 3. Toppin with 3 field goals today, all 3 of which have been from the land of beyond. Block shot by Toppin. Another block shot by Toppin. The Raptors had missed 1 field goal in the third quarter before that, and now they just missed 2 within a couple seconds of each other. Reddish inside gets the layup, and the Knicks bring it to a 10-point game. They're, making a little bit of noise here, trying to get back in it. Fred VanVleet inside over to Porter. Back to VanVleet. Another one. Fred VanVleet hits another 3. Toronto still cannot miss from deep. 72-83. Quickly inside for Toppin, who gets a nice soft dunk. Nothing crazy, but it does the job, dunking it down on Precious Achiuwa. 74-85. Final seconds here in the quarter. Knicks looking to make it a single-digit deficit. Quickly on the move. No good. And so that'll wrap up the third. I think all things considered, the fact that it's only an 11-point game isn't that bad. But still, the defense was an utter embarrassment in that third quarter. Gotta show something here in the fourth, and that's a good start. And 1 for Randall. Thaddeus Young tried to go for the charge, but apparently his feet weren't set. 10-point game. Knicks nearly turn it over, but they get it back. Here's Fournier in the corner. Evan Fournier, the Frenchman. Hits the 3. 7-point game. The Knicks are looking pretty good here early on in the fourth, but nobody chose to cover Fred VanVleet until it was too late. The Knicks defense continues to be not good in the second half. 84-93. Randall from deep. He got it. 21, a team high for Julius Randle. The bench is fired up. The deficit now at 4. Here's Fournier. Inside over to Randall for the dunk. What is happening? The Knicks are pulling off an incredible comeback as they're only down by 2 points. What a showing here in the fourth quarter from New York, and I don't think they're done. Screen from Randall. It's Wendell Moore for the lead. He hits the 3, and the Knicks are up. The Raptors led by 16 points with like, what, 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter? Here we are maybe 5 or 6 minutes later, and the Knicks not only have completely ripped that lead away, but they have taken the lead, and they're not done. Wendell Moore again with the slam, and it is a 3-point lead. Wendell Moore giving the Knicks some great minutes here in the fourth quarter. 96-103. Here is Van Vliet. Step back on Brunson. Big basket for the Raptors. They needed that one bad. The offense has gone cold the past couple of minutes, and their defense has been just as bad as the Knicks. Why not Moore? Screen for Fournier. He hits the triple. The Knicks are up by 4. Now they're up by 2. Toronto looking for the tie or the lead with under 4 to go. It's Siakam who throws it down. 99-99. Grab your popcorn, get a snack, because these final 4 minutes are about to be a show. Knicks with the basketball. Here's Brunson trying to get some moves on Van Vliet. Goes inside, makes the layup, and the Knicks are back on top. They lead 101-99. Van Vliet gets it over to Thaddeus Young. Nice defense by Randall. Young inside with the layup, and it's now tied at 101. Following New York possession, time winding down here on the shot clock. Robinson with the screen for Brunson. Brunson inside again, makes the layup. Couple of clutch baskets here on back-to-back possessions by Jalen Brunson, and it is a 2-point lead. Van Vliet inside for the tie. Right as I'm complimenting Brunson, he lets Van Vliet blow right by him. 103-103. Wendell Moore inside, gets it over to Randall. Heavily contested. 3 is good. Julius Randle with 26 tonight. He's been great. And New York is up by 3 with 2 to go. Here's Jackson inside for Thaddeus Young again. Not the guys you expect to be making these plays, but Jackson and Young are both giving the Raptors good minutes. Here's quickly inside, blocked by Siakam. Toronto looking for the lead on the other end. Here's Josh Jackson. Fools the defender, drives inside, he makes the layup, and the Toronto Raptors are back on top. 106-107. Here's quickly for the lead. Rolls out. An unlucky roll for Emmanuel Quickley. The Raptors with it on the fast break. Jackson again. Josh Jackson has been clutch today. He has scored the ball at a very high level on great efficiency. Randall for the tie, no good. Now the Knicks aren't making their three-point shots. On the other end, it's Siakam, assisted by guess who? Josh Jackson, who has been unbelievable the past couple of minutes for Toronto. 106-111. Brunson goes inside, makes the layup. Good job by Brunson to not let any of the defenders contest his shot. It's now a one-score game, and after the Knicks would get a defensive stop, they have it back on offense with under 15 seconds to go. They could go for a 2, or they can go for the tie right now. Randall with the screen for Brunson for 3. No good. It didn't really seem like the Knicks had much of a clear offensive plan on that possession, and obviously that kind of backfired. Following inbound, Raptors are 1 foul away from the bonus, and Josh Jackson gets fouled. The Knicks tried to do their best to steal the ball away there, but they were unable to. Josh Jackson, not a great free-throw shooter, sinks the first one, so it's now a 4-point game. Knicks have 1 timeout left. Jackson's second one is good. What a great stretch to end the game for Josh Jackson, showing why he was a top 5 pick a number of seasons ago. 108-113. Wendell Moore over to Brunson. His 3 is no good. Not that it would have really mattered. The Raptors take this one home, 113-108. Really exciting game. It was very close in the first half. Toronto went on their big run in the second half, going 6 for 6 from 3 in the third quarter. But the Knicks came out the gates storming in the fourth. We eventually took the lead, but we were unable to hold on to it, losing to Toronto by 5. Fred VanVleet with 36. He was really good. Siakam was impressive. Josh Jackson with 20 on 8 of 11 shooting. Gary Trent was pretty good. Thad Young was pretty good. Their second unit didn't do a whole lot, but their starters were very good, despite being without Barnes and Anunoby. For us, Julius Randle led the way with 26. Brunson with 15 and 6. Cam Reddish played a lot better today. Wendell Moore, again, was pretty good. Obi Toppin was solid. Mitchell Robinson was okay. He was better than he was against Phoenix. Overall, the second unit, again, was pretty good today. I've got to say I'm impressed with how the backups have been in today's episode. So that's where we're going to wrap it up here. I think next episode, we're probably going to do a prospect profile. We're probably going to go up to the trade deadline as well, which I think will be in the following episode. And we'll finally decide whether we really want to compete for a play-in spot or if we're more focused on selling and continue to add up on young assets and picks Hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Let me know what you thought of the Derrick Rose, Wendell Moore trade down below in the comments. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Peace out.